Another exercise we like to do early on when working with younger athletes, right? We're thinking athletes are 7, 8, 9, 10 years old. They're just starting out. We have to get them to understand how to create good core stability and bracing. So this is going to be a bird dog hold. We're going to go through legs only. We're going to go through arms only, and then we're going to do arms and legs. So we want to make sure that the hands are right underneath their shoulders, so we'll come in a little bit narrower and back just a tad. So they want to be right over top. So shoulders are stacked over top of the hands. And then we want to make sure that the hips are stacked over top. So hips are stacked over top the knees. We want to have slight elbow bend, right? This athlete in particular is very hypermobile, so we want to make sure that we're not stacking on the joints and we're allowing the muscles to do their job. So he's done a really good job here to create a nice flat back. So one leg at a time. Imagine you had a quarter underneath of your foot and you're going to slide that quarter back on the floor as far as you can. So you're going to extend this leg, push the quarter back to here. Good, and now stop there. You're going to hold this position, keeping hips square. Now you're going to lightly lift your foot up off the ground. Good, right to there. So right away, this core has to create stability. You can see how he wants to start to rotate. So that's one of the things you're going to notice. Athletes are going to want to shift to the side where they have their knee and their hand on the ground. We have to make sure they stay square, and now this side of the core has to work. So just let the athlete be aware of where they're going to try and fault out of this. That way the core has to work, and we have to create that stability using the muscles. Good, relax, bring this foot in. So that is the leg only. We want to start with a hold, so just thinking 10 seconds, 15, 20, build up the endurance of that position. The arm only, so we'll do this hand. So he's going to keep everything locked through here, and he's going to lift this arm up, create a fist, and we're going to come out in front of him as if he's trying to punch somebody. He's just going to hold that position the whole time. So you want to make sure you stay over top, shoulder over hand. So now the core has to create stability with different forces, right? The body wants to tip down forward this time because that hand's not there. So the core has to just change how it creates stability. So you can see he wants to start to round up through here, making sure just reinforcing that this stays flat all the way through. Awesome. You can put your hand back down. Then the last one is the leg and the arm. This is the most challenging one, so we progress up to this. So from here, we always start leg first, so sliding that quarter back, slightly lifting it up off the ground. He's going to hold that strong. Good. And then this arm's going to lift up. He's going to punch out in front of him. He's going to hold this position. Now there's going to be a lot of rotation that the body's going to want to do, and he has to hold this nice and strong, making sure he stays soft through this elbow and that core stays locked. He's doing a fantastic job. Good stuff, buddy. You can put your hands and arms down. Awesome. So we would build up. We would start leg only, arm only, and then leg and arm. Don't rush this process. We're teaching these young athletes how to create stability through their core and create this coordination connection from upper to lower half with this one. Good stuff.